They told you saving money makes you rich. They lied. That belief is one of the greatest psychological traps ever created. It keeps billions of people working for a system that feeds on their fear. You've been trained to hold your money tight, to protect it, to never risk it. But the truth is this: money dies when it stands still. It only multiplies when it moves. The rich understand this law of motion. They don't hoard money, they deploy it. Every dollar they spend is a soldier sent to conquer more territory. Meanwhile, the poor keep their dollars locked away, thinking that's safety. But it's not safety, it's decay. It's slow financial death disguised as responsibility. You see, the system wants you cautious. It rewards fear because fear keeps you predictable. Since childhood, you've been told to save, to play it safe, to avoid risk. But those lessons weren't made to protect you, they were made to control you. Because when you fear loss, you'll never make the moves that lead to power. The rich know something most people never learn. Fortune flows toward motion. Money loves movement. And the moment you stop moving it, it starts working for someone else. So in this video, we're breaking down the 6 core principles that separate those who rise from those who stay trapped. These aren't theories. They're psychological laws used by the world's most strategic minds, from Machiavelli to modern billionaires. By the end, you'll understand why saving keeps you small and spending the right way makes you unstoppable. Welcome to Psychology Insights. Let's begin. Money is not a possession, it's a current, and like any current, it only creates power when it moves. The rich treat money as energy, a force to be directed, not stored. Every dollar they send out has a mission: to build, to grow, to return stronger. They see cash as soldiers on a battlefield. Each one is sent out to conquer new ground. The poor, however, fear the battlefield. They keep their soldiers in cages, mistaking safety for survival. But while their money sleeps, inflation eats it alive. Fear paralyzes progress, and while they wait for the right moment, the bold are already buying their future. You were never taught to think like a commander. You were trained to think like a worker. Workers protect what they have. Commanders expand what they control. That's the psychology that separates servitude from sovereignty. So what's the first law? Never let your money sit idle. Idle money serves banks, not you. When you save without purpose, you're lending power to the system that exploits you. The wealthy know this. That's why they move money constantly into businesses, assets, education, and influence. They understand that motion creates momentum, and momentum builds opportunity. Money that circulates grows. Money that stagnates dies. You've been told saving equals security. But real security comes from control, and control is earned through motion. So next time you hesitate to invest, remember this: every dollar you hold in fear is a dollar someone else is using to build power over you. Money doesn't disappear when you spend it. It transforms. The question is, what are you transforming it into? Power or weakness? Growth or decay? The answer defines your financial destiny. The poor buy comfort, the rich buy capability. That's the first real difference between those who grow and those who stay stuck. Comfort feels good now but costs you power later. Capability feels hard now but multiplies your power forever. Every dollar you spend either makes you weaker or stronger. Most people spend to escape discomfort. The wealthy spend to expand capacity. They used money as a tool to sharpen their value, to learn, to adapt, to evolve. Because in the marketplace, you're not paid for effort, you're paid for usefulness. If your skills don't multiply your impact, your income stays small no matter how hard you work. That's why the rich see education as a weapon. They pay to learn from those already winning. They invest in speed, not struggle. Free information costs years. Paid information costs money, but gives you acceleration. Time is expensive, and the rich refuse to waste it. A man who saves $1,000 might feel smart today, but a man who spends that same $1,000 to learn sales, investing, or strategy could make $10,000 next month. The difference is intent. One saves to feel safe, the other spends to become dangerous. And in this game, danger is power. So ask yourself before every purchase, does this make me more capable or more comfortable? Because comfort is the enemy of progress. The one who spends to grow becomes unstoppable. The one who spends to escape stays small forever. Fortune doesn't reward those who play safe. It rewards those who play smart. Capability gives you strength. Position gives you visibility. And visibility is power. You can be the most skilled person in the world, but if no one sees you, you stay invisible. The rich understand this perfectly. They don't just buy things, they buy placement. They spend money to stand in the right rooms, beside the right people, where opportunity breathes. The poor call it luck. The rich call it leverage, because power flows through networks, not effort. A single connection can change your entire direction. That's why the rich invest in access. They'll spend thousands to enter private events, masterminds, or elite circles. Not for the luxury, for the leverage. Because one handshake in the right room can be worth more than years of grinding alone. A poor mind says, "That's too expensive." A rich mind asks, "What will it cost me if I don't go?" That's the difference between stagnation and acceleration. The system filters people by mindset. The broke think in scarcity. The powerful think in strategy. Money opens doors that fear keeps locked. You can try to climb every wall, or you can pay for the key. That's not greed. That's efficiency. Look at history. Kings didn't just build armies. They bought alliances. They secured position before the war even began. And that's exactly how modern power works. You don't wait for opportunity, you buy proximity to it. Position creates momentum. Momentum creates control. And control creates wealth. So stop asking, "How can I save more?" Start asking, "How can I use money to place myself closer to power?" Because once you have position, the game tilts in your favor. Always. Leverage is the silent engine behind every fortune. It's how one person commands the output of many. It's how the rich multiply results while others multiply effort. The poor try to do everything themselves. They think saving money means winning. But every hour they spend on low-value tasks is another hour lost from building an empire. Leverage means using money to extend your reach. It's about buying power beyond your personal capacity. When you spend to create systems, tools, or teams that work for you, even while you sleep, that's leverage. The wealthy understand this instinctively. They ask, "How can I spend $1 to make $10 work for me?" Meanwhile, the poor ask, "How can I save $1 and do it alone?" And that's why they stay small. Because control without leverage is just exhaustion. Let me give you an example. A man running a business alone does everything: design, marketing, customer service. He's exhausted, drowning in his own ambition. One day, he spends $500 a month to hire help. Suddenly, his time doubles, his focus sharpens, his income multiplies. He didn't lose money, he bought back hours, and hours are the foundation of growth. The rich spend money to free themselves from repetition. They buy time, automation, delegation, leverage in every form. That's how they rise faster, higher, and with less strain. They don't fear outsourcing. They fear staying stuck. Every dollar they spend is a command, not a cost. They direct resources like a general leading an army. Because true power isn't about doing everything. It's about controlling everything that's done. Machiavelli once said, "A wise ruler never swings his own sword." And that's the essence of leverage, to lead from control, not from chaos. Time is the only currency more valuable than money. You can always make more money, but you can never make back lost time. The poor trade hours for dollars. The rich trade dollars for hours. That's the real exchange rate of freedom. Every second you waste trying to save money, you're spending your life instead. You stand in lines to save pennies. You delay action to avoid risk. You sacrifice years to protect comfort. And comfort is the thief of greatness. The wealthy understand something deeper. They know that speed is power. The faster you move, the more opportunities you see. The faster you act, the more doors open. And the faster you decide, the faster you learn. Time isn't just minutes, it's momentum. And momentum belongs to the bold. That's why the rich spend money to move faster. They buy priority. They buy shortcuts. They buy acceleration. Because every delay has a cost, and the price is your future. A man who spends $5,000 to learn in a week what others learn in 5 years, isn't wasting money. He's buying 5 years of life back. He's collapsing time. He's bending the rules of progress. You can't build freedom if you're stuck doing everything yourself. The rich use money to buy back hours through systems, assistance, automation, and expertise. They invest in speed because the world rewards motion. While others crawl, they sprint. While others plan, they execute. That's why they seem lucky. They're not lucky, they're faster. And in a fast world, speed is dominance. So, before you try to save another dollar, ask yourself, what's the real cost of waiting? Because every moment you hesitate, someone else is buying your future with theirs. Now you understand the truth about money. It was never about saving. It was always about movement. Money is a force. It lives, breathes, and expands only when it circulates. The poor try to protect it. The rich command it. And that's the shift that separates the trapped from the free. You've learned 6 core principles, psychological laws of power. First, money must move. If it stands still, it dies. Second, spend to build capability. Buy the skills that make you dangerous. Third, spend to buy position. Place yourself closer to power and watch how opportunity finds you. Fourth, spend to gain leverage. Use money to multiply your effort to 100-fold. Fifth, spend to buy time, because every second you reclaim brings you closer to freedom. And sixth, spend to create substitution. Build options so you can never be cornered. Each of these rules follows one truth. Money is not meant to be worshipped. It's meant to be weaponized. Every dollar is a decision. Every decision shapes your destiny. The poor think in price. The rich think in cost. Price is what you pay now. Cost is what you lose if you don't act. And the cost of fear is always freedom. So stop asking how to save more. Start asking how to spend smarter. Use your money to build capability, position, leverage, time, and options. That's how you rise. That's how you buy control in a system designed to keep you working for it. And once you see this truth, you can never unsee it. Because the game of wealth doesn't reward the careful, it rewards the calculated. This is Psychology Insights. If this opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to break free. Because power doesn't wait, and neither should you.